Hey, it's Margaret at the Well of Possibilities. I'm happy to have you here. And today I'm going to talk to you about flow. I mean, it's my ideal state of being, even though I can be very much off and out of flow. But flow is this seamless engagement, well, with everything, with people, with situations, with stuff, with things to do, with projects. And I think it's a personal state, and that's why I want to share something about it with you, because people have been asking me a lot. How do you do this? Why do you always stay so calm or so balanced? Or I don't know. And I'm not always unbalanced, but there's apparently something about me that exudes a certain flow state. So I'm really trying to explain it here, which is actually not that easy. So who am I? My name is Margaret. I'm the founder of a global education platform all about doing life happier, basically by being, well, in a state of flow, but also being in contentment with yourself, right? Being in tune with yourself, singing your own heart tunes in transparency with the world and the people around you. So yeah, how to easily get into flow? Well, of course, it is so simple. The first thing is to do something you love. At least do something you love every day. We are so trained and conditioned into um, doing things that fit the expectations of others. But what is something you truly love? Maybe you love to spend time early in the morning sorting out what you're going to wear. I mean, I'm giving very basic examples. I can make them as complicated as you want, but for the sake of quick trainings, I give simple examples. So let's say to this idea of you just simply love to spend time looking for what you're going to wear today. So it might be that you rush in the morning, right? Because you have a family, children, whatever, and you need to get to your work, commuting, all this kind of thing. So how then can you carve out 10 more minutes so that you can do this thing that you love, sorting out what you're going to wear, with more ease, with more joy, with more flow, in a way that it actually also feeds you, because that is so important about the flow state. You can be very much on task into projects, but instead of that, it is depleting you, it's actually feeding you, it's filling you up. So what are the things that naturally interest you? For me, for example, it is well, I like to read. I like to read contrasting views. It's something I really like. It's a kind of research mindset I have, and I'm in it, and I can spend hours on it. I also love to play at the piano and sing with it and that kind of things. And my time, it it flies away like very quickly. So those are things that fill me up, that I love to do, that I like to do. So what is something that you truly like to do, and can you implement a bit of it, or more if you can, but can you at least do a little bit of it every day? And make sure that it excites you, that it makes you feel good. You can have a rough day, but still know that you will have this 10-15 minutes of bliss, or something that you really like and are passionate about. So and if you don't, well, then it's time that you really get to sit down with yourself and say, like, what did I like when I was a teenager? What did I truly love in this and this job? What do I like actually to do with my children or within my family? Or what kind of meals do I like to prepare? What kind of jokes do I like to hear more of? Can you watch comedy? Can you make yourself a laughter therapy session? I don't know what you love, but find something. There is something that you truly like, and do more of that, a little bit every day. So make a plan with yourself. Yeah, clear goals that are realistic. So that you not only do this flow thing, but that you actually start dreaming again. Can you do more of this? Can you build manageable steps into realizing more or more parts of your dreams? I mean, that is really something that we tend to forget. We're so hooked onto what gets to be done, what has to be done. But there are things also in your work that if you break it down into manageable steps, it becomes kind of controllable, that you can really, yeah, really work on those tasks, having more direction, more motivation, that actually facilitates this whole flow state. So also in your obligations, you can get into a flow state. Because I start with saying, okay, do something you love. Yeah, of course, that's logical that it brings you, or it can bring you into a flow state. But how do we do around this with indeed achieving or manifesting your dreams, or actually really the obligations you have at work? So manageable steps, so that you have an overview on what you get to do, make it possible that you step into this state of flow to make things happen more quickly. Well, and then of course, eliminate distractions. Well, I love, I can work very well surrounded by even chaos, because in me, it helps to get my mind actually, keep my mind actually very focused. So I don't mind, I'm not distracted by what's around me, but many people are. And to create an environment free from distraction can be very much a priority, because it will allow you to find a space where you know, okay, here's where I'm going to work on what gets to be done. Yeah, you'll be focused, you'll be motivated, and it's a special environment where you can really say, maybe you can even put a plant or light a candle and say like, okay, this is distraction free. I'm going to do this. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to focus, have my concentration clear, and get things done. Pomodoro technique is nice, because then you have like 25 minutes full focus, and then you know that you will be taking a break. So what you can do is to even if it's harder stuff that you get to do, which is actually good, right? I mean, stuff doesn't need to be easy. You can match your skills with the challenges that you have to be doing. I mean, if you're very tired or you had a heavy weekend or whatever, you can start your Monday with tasks that are a little bit more lighter. No, keep the tougher stuff for Tuesday, for example. So think about these kind of things, because you need to go and flow a little bit with also how you feel. Don't let your mood derail you, because then we enter in a different field. But you can choose tasks that feel good for you at that moment, right? And then increase the difficulty of the task throughout the day or throughout the week, so that once you feel better again. So me, for example, I never have a headache, but today I do. So I started with something else, then I prepared to talk, and now I'm recording, and I actually feel very good while doing it. So all is fine. So don't worry. But but to be conscious, to balance the skills, the challenge, the things that you have to do throughout the day, throughout the week, will also make sure that you are more in flow zone more regularly, because people fall off balance not because of everything they have to do or the difficulty of the task. It's that you might not be listening to what your body actually tells you, and that's important, right? So now and then, what helps is to, as I actually say, be a bit more conscious and more present to what's going on. And if you start a new task, okay, do some deep breaths, and or go for a walk, make a few minutes around the office or even within the office. So do something, move a little bit, and then start your new task. Because mindfulness helps you to stay present. And that's being present is essential for entering a flow state. Those are gateways into a flow state. So breathing, walking, mindful walking, consciously tapping into something that's pleasant to you in your mind or for real, are really gateways into a state of flow that I really like you to enjoy, that I really wish for you to enjoy way more often. Because stress is fine, right? But you need to have a space and possibility and tools and techniques to de-stress, to calm down, to relax, and you can do a lot of great stuff. Also for your work, also for your ambitions, also for things that you normally don't like, and still do them in a flow state. So by choosing activities that you love and you like, by setting clear goals, by eliminating distractions, by matching your skills with the challenge that you have ahead of you, And actually, don't make it too easy for yourself. Make it a little bit harder, slightly harder, so that you every time, um, yeah, improve yourself along the way, because that's nice. It's also fulfilling and gives you this great feeling, and also helps you entering the flow state. And then practicing being present, mindful to what you have to do, to how you enter the task or the project, and how you step out of it again afterwards. And those are just 5 simple ways to, yeah, to be in a state of flow more often. And I just know by experience that you can be in a state of flow almost the whole day and still get a lot of things done and build a beautiful life. So that's what I wish for you. This is the Well of Possibility. Subscribe if you like what you hear. Share it to people who might benefit from this as well. And yeah, I hope to see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.